barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So it took me about 24 hours to get to this, but 12 hours, I should say. But Jarrell Big Baby Miller, by most reports, say he's fighting Anthony Joshua. And ironically enough, I like this fight. Obviously, for the obvious reasons, I already saw Dillian White fight Anthony Joshua. And I think if Dillian White wins, I think it stops from what we ultimately want. And obviously, as a unified champion, but more importantly, we want Anthony Joshua to fight Deontay Wilder. And that fight has so much um, value in the boxing community. Um, and two, we get to find out there's so many different reasons. I don't no need to number them. We get to find out who Jarrell Big Baby Miller is. No matter what we say or how we feel, there's still a level of uncertainty by many by quote unquote boxing experts, media members, and even fighters. Who is Big Baby Miller? You know, his most notable opponent is Duapas and Gerald Washington. Excuse me. And Gerald Washington is going to have to rebuild his career, start from the bottom up, and we'll see. Hopefully, he's able to come back. He's really a gentleman for real. And Duapas is just basically a journeyman who can withstand a lot of pain. You know, can't really compete at the highest. He can't. Excuse me. He can compete at the highest level, just can't win at the highest level. So, um, also, obviously, it proves Deontay Wilder to be right these past 18 months or however long they've been negotiating leading into this fight. It proves Eddie Hearn to be a liar and proves Anthony Joshua to be a follower. Um, and whoever wins this fight, it keeps the belt stateside and it increases the court of public opinion about who the best heavyweight champion in the world is, and it puts monumentous pressure on creating a unified heavyweight champion of the world. And because I say this because they're going to garnish, they're going to make more money. Obviously, they already got their pay-per-view audience for Anthony Joshua already there. Oh, it's not on pay-per-view, it's on the zone, right? More than likely it'll be on the zone, right? But like Eddie Hearn says, Showtime can come in and buy that fight because he's a free agent, right? There's so many things in play now. Wow. Um, uh, and two, um, it can highlight the winner. Oh, and two, it brings every stateside because unlike the UK fans, the American fans are really in your face. We want what we want because we have to pay for what we get. You know, American fans don't get anything for free. It's and there's always a waiting period for American fans. There's a season, independent sports. There's a tournament. Um, Ben Johnson didn't race. Michael Johnson had to create a race to 150. In boxing, we have to wait to see the best fight the best. In sports, there's a season. We have to wait to the end of the year. Oh. Americans want what they want, and we're so acclimated to a season, so we're used to getting everything we want as it relates to sports within a year. And I think Anthony Joshua coming stateside advances the conversation and puts, again, monumentous pressure on both Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua to make this fight happen, assuming they win their next fights. You know, um, hopefully, if they're going June 1st, hopefully Deontay Wilder gets that April 27th date because it allows him to hijack the promotion of Jarrell Big Baby Miller and Anthony Joshua and obviously leverage it to making him more money. Now, if Deontay Wilder wins, he should promote that fight, not from a degree of actually promoting the fight, but just saying he's the baddest man on the planet because it heightens the sense of awareness as to what's going on in 5 weeks thereafter. So um, I'm excited to see this fight. Um, I'm gonna fill out a credential to cover this fight. I've never covered a matchroom boxing event ever in my life, so we'll see how this works out. I'll call them. Hopefully they got Matchroom USA, so it'll be easier to do. Um, and I'm real interested. I'm heavily interested in this fight, and when Deontay Wilder wins, and whoever wins, Gerald Big Baby Miller or Deontay Wilder, it clears the path because Dillian White has already been beaten by either of the two. Has been beaten by Anthony Joshua. Luis Ortiz has been beaten by Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder arguably has beat Tyson Fury twice, right? Assuming he wins, right? That pretty much clears the path for the winner of Deont the winner for Deontay Wilder. I'm obviously all in on Deontay Wilder winning this fight against Tyson Fury. Um, it makes the winner of Jarrell B. Baby Miller, Anthony Joshua, the semifinals to the ultimate final. And hopefully we get that fight sometime in October, November. I would love I wouldn't mind a 6 month build up to that fight. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that being the icing on the cake of our boxing year. If they're going to fight in June, I wouldn't mind that fight being in between Christmas and Thanksgiving like they did Tyson Fury. I actually wouldn't mind it. So, because I know PBC goes dark in October, so no fights can be made in October. And I wouldn't mind that. So, um, ironically enough, I like this fight. Now, again, I will reiterate Anthony Joshua coming over here in June, as most reports say. Does it make him a coward to the American public because he didn't come over here and fight Deontay Wilder? You know, does it make Eddie Hearn a liar? Yes, because he said the only two dates he had was that September and August 13th date, and those are the only dates that could actually happen. And three, Showtime can actually buy this fight. Al Heyman can legitimately go in and buy the rights to this fight because he says Anthony Joshua um, is not with the zone like Dillian White and Chisora fight, right? So it's just a level of interest behind the scenes that will play out that will tell us a lot about what's happening moving forward. If I'm Steven Espinoza, I have great interest in this fight. I have great interest in this fight. And I think this fight will be better in Brooklyn than it would be at Madison Square Garden. I think Brooklyn has an organic fan base that is just second to none. Like, I enjoyed LA is a little bit more laid back, way more multicultural. Um, so because it's more multicultural, there's less opinions in the crowd. You know, when in Brooklyn, it's black and Puerto Rican for the most part, and the culture makes it, the boxing culture there makes it real loud and opinionated, and I actually love it. I like being in Barclays Center. But the only way that fight can go to Barclay is through Al Heyman because that's the official stadium for Barclay, if I'm not mistaken. So Stephen Espinoza and Al Heyman probably would have to do some business to bring this fight. But I would buy this fight. I would have interest. I would show interest in trying to acquire the rights to this fight, you know, because if you can acquire the domestic rights to this fight, I think it leads to greener pastures. And more importantly, here's the more powerful thing you control how you present that fight to the American public. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Showtime can control how to present Anthony Joshua to America. Showtime can present how to, Showtime can dictate how to direct, how to present Big Baby Miller to America. and Eddie Hearn and all the players. So I think buying this fight will obviously add more name cachet to Showtime overseas, and without a doubt, no doubt in my mind, will increase the subscriptions. Um, I don't know if it's worldwide or um, I know the apps are worldwide, so um, maybe it'll increase the Showtime apps in other countries if they have it. You know what I mean? Understand Sky Sports, in my humble opinion, will be carrying this fight because it just makes sense. That's what they do. So Showbox, pay per view, whatever it is. So, but anyways, man, these are just my late night. It's 12:04 over here in America, and it's raining. And I'm gonna just pump out a couple more videos and then hit the bed. But um, y'all been hitting me all day for this video, and I had my daughter all day, so I apologize and for not getting it out in a timely manner. So, but anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.